Hi, welcome to Analytics for All. This is lesson one of our second module in our Python for Data Science course, the course that'll take you from absolute beginner to learning how to build your own machine learning model. In this lesson, we're going to talk about modules in Python. And the best way I think to learn about modules is to create your own. So go ahead, let's get started. Now, as with all my lessons, I have a full write-up on my website, analyticsforall.org. I'll put a link down in the description. Uh, Now, if you've been following along, you'll know I use the Anaconda distribution with Jupyter Notebooks. There's a little problem with Jupyter Notebooks with this one I want to kind of get around. So we're going to be introducing another function thing that comes with your Anaconda distribution called Spider. Now, Spider is a IDE, or an interactive development environment. As you can see, it comes with a couple parts here. This is where you write your code. This gives you variable information, your plots, if you're going to be plotting. This is the actual Python console itself. Now, if you don't have Anaconda installed on your computer, I have a lesson one on this, and I can put a link down in the description for this one too. It has a video and a lesson on how to install Anaconda. It's pretty easy. But let's go ahead, let's zoom in here, and I'll kind of walk you through Spider real quick. All right, first thing you want to see is this is the interactive console. Right down here, you could go in here and just start doing Python. I can type in x equals 9, say what is x, or x equals 8. I can say y equals 9. Then I could say x plus y, and it gives me an answer. And if you come over here and you look up, now you'll notice the variables are being tracked up here in this variable tracker, which is kind of handy, especially going deep into when you're writing a lot of code. Sometimes you get lost. If I change this x to 255, and now I come over here and I go up, you'll notice now it's changed to 255. Again, over here is where you write most of your code. At least I do. Let me shut this other one off. This is okay. So over here is where we write our code. And as you see, what I've got here is a very simple program. I've got three functions. Square, which which takes in one variable, returns the square. I got a sub2, which takes in two variables and arguments and returns the subtraction of the two. And I've got addition, which takes in two variables and returns the addition of the two. So if we take these all here in this IDE and we run them, if I just copy, I can grab this and I click run selection, and then we go down here and we look. If I can get this to move over, hold on. You'll see they have run down in here. So now when I go and I type in square 2, oops, I actually have to put in square 2 because I need the square 2. Give it the value 2. Comes up. If I do add 2 and I say 6 and 7, there they are. Okay. Now, why am I using this versus the notebooks? Because we're going to be using the notebooks in a second here. The main reason is when the notebooks save, they save as a file format known as IPYNP, which I think stands for Interactive Python Notebook. We don't want that. That won't work. You can't push one of those as a module. So we have to save it as a value called a py, which you can look here. So I've saved this program here as math_bl.py. Okay. Now, you don't even have to use this ID. You could literally open up a notepad, write this in there, and save it as .py. It's a Python program. You'd be good to go. So let's go ahead over back to our notebook, and I'll show you how we're going to use this now. Okay, first thing first. I've got to figure out, number one, where did I save that file to, or where should I save that file to? Just because these are both from the Anaconda distribution, that Spider and this notebook, doesn't mean they actually work well together. Yet they're not necessarily saving in the same spot. So I run this code, this PYD, which tells me this is the present working directory of this Jupyter notebook. So it's at my root users and my name. So I already went ahead and I moved that file, that mathbl, into this root. So it's there. It's accessible for us. Yes, we could change this working directory, but we'll do that in another lesson. So, but here we go. So I've got that square2 function I built. Let me try running it. And it's going to fail. It has no idea what square2 means. So, but I come down here, and now I import mathbl. This is that program we just wrote. Now, again, when you save it, use your initials if you want. That's fine. I mean, I just use mine. Import it. That I didn't get an error. We're good. I got a number. That means it went through. Now we can try using it. Now, when I go to use these functions, I have to say mathbl because I want that has to know where these functions are coming from. They're coming from mathbl. Mathbl dot the function. It'll work. 36, see? And I can print the functions out here. Notice I did the add and the subtract and the values. I can save values as a variable. I can send variables to it. The main thing to understand the syntax here is that this first part now is the name of the program. That's what a module is. It's nothing more than a program. Dot, bam, that's calling a function inside the program, inside the module. So this is called a method. Anything with a dot after is called a method. But all a method is a function inside of a module. Okay? And so let's go ahead. We'll look. This will be the next lesson. We're going to be using NumPy. Now, this is a module that comes with Anaconda. That's what's this and pandas are going to take up the majority of this next module because they are really how do you manage data and arrange it. This is one of the reasons Python is so popular amongst data scientists is these two modules. So NumPy, if I import NumPy, and then there's a method in NumPy called arrange, which we'll do in the next lesson. I'm just going to show you. Remember, see, it's dot arrange. And I'm calling it, and I print, and now it worked because I imported. Next thing you can see is, let's say you don't want to have to type NumPy each time. I can call it NumPy, import NumPy as NP. And now all I do is type is np arrange.5, print x. Okay. Now this is all well and good for anything that actually functions or exists inside your Anaconda distribution. But if you have to get a module that doesn't exist in here, it's going to fail. Like, let's take a module import dog. Now, I don't think this is an actual real module that exists, but it doesn't work. You're going to get an error, no module named dog. So if you wanted to get this, what we're going to have to do is import it. We're going to have to actually install it. So to install it, we're going to go here, and you're going to type in Anaconda. Your Anaconda prompt is going to come up here, and that's what you're going to hit. And it went somewhere. I lost it. Go ahead and bring it over for you, and let's zoom back in again. Let's see. And the code you'd use here to import this, you have two options. You can, if you want to get, you can import from Conda using Conda install the name of the function. Okay, it doesn't exist, but dog. Or you can do what's called a pip install. Either one will work. Pip normally has, actually, some things aren't in Conda, so pip has a bit wider distribution. And let's just say Selenium's a popular one. We hit run, and it'll do its thing. It's not too exciting because it says, look, I already got it installed, so it wouldn't run. But since it already installed, that's what happened. But if you hadn't installed, it would actually just install it for you. Now, one other weird, cool feature, and I'm going to show you this, is how to do this if you don't have access, or if you're on on a VPN that's blocking your access. So I got another page here, how to install a package offline, and I'll put this, make sure I put this in the distribution as well, and down in the description as well to get to it. So I have this problem at work when I'm on the VPN. It blocks me from installing, anything through the pip. So what you can do here is you can go to this thing called Anaconda Forge. I got the link in my website. You click to it. You go up here, type in the name of a Selenium. The popular web scraping tool is what it is, and I've got lessons on Selenium as well. You'll find them on my YouTube channel and in my website. And you come down here and you can search. Don't hit the Conda Forge, hit the actual Selenium. Conda Forge will take you to some weird directory. Just hit Selenium, hit Files, scroll down and find the one that matches your operating system. For me, it'd be a Win64, and download that. Then we'll go back into our thing, and the code for this now will be Conda install -- offline, and then the full path of the file you want. So what I've got here is my downloads. There's Selenium. If you don't know this, if you're using Windows, if you hit the Shift key and right click, hold on, let me open this up a bit more so you can see. But if you hit the Shift key and right click over here, course, I've got this new stupid version of Windows, but here you have this thing called copy as path. That's what you're looking for. If you copy as path, now when you go back here, let me zoom back in. It'll give me the whole path. I don't have to actually write it down. It knows exactly where it is. It gives me the whole thing. And I just run this, and it'll install Selenium again for me. And again, since it's already installed, we didn't really have to do much there, but that's it. So that's modules. And we're going to be using a lot, like say NumPy and Pandas, especially in the next coming lessons. You're going to be probably sick of Pandas. But I did want you just to get a feel for it, see what's going on. Again, so let's go ahead. I look forward to you in the next lessons. Look forward to seeing you there. But if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe. Go ahead and leave a message. Let me know what you want me to work on. I'll be happy to make a video if you have anything of interest that, well, something I know how to do. You know, obviously no videos on how to do a backflip or something because I can't do that. But go ahead, I'll have all the links for my website down here. And thank you very much for visiting. This is Analytics for All. Thank you very much.